Today is June 25th, and it is the final week of the Tenrai 4 operation. So once again, let's get through our usual talk of the shop, the ultimate reward, and everything else. Starting off with, of course, the fact that players can once again earn 1,000 Spartan points. I feel like at this point this isn't really something that I need to repeat, we just know this is the thing going forward, as disappointing as that may be. Of course, yet again, there isn't anything new on the exchange, and there won't be until next week with the release of the next operation. So if you'd already completed the Tenrai 1 event and now have the Zandufalu coating and everything else, there's really nothing else here to unlock. Speaking of nothing else, the shop also hasn't rotated. It hasn't even brought back any old bundles like we saw the other week. So everything that we've seen for the past while now is still here, including various old returning Tenrai bundles like Imperial Stance, Silent Sentry, Otomosho, Con Mage, Crimson Dawn, Kawari, and Red Waters. Again, I find it very bizarre that they just brought those three back specifically individually rather than their super bundle alongside them, which allowed you to get the Dragon shoulder pads, which a lot of people liked. And then we have the two newest additions being Akari Legacy and Kendo Master. Again, as I've said about these pretty much every week that they've been available, these bundles should not cost as much as they do, and it really highlights that we need the option to buy things individually. And honestly, that probably could have also benefited 3432, as they could have taken the approach at releasing some of these items from the bundles over the course of the operation rather than just releasing both the new bundles in the same day. They probably should have released the weapon model and its coating individually, and that applies to both bundles, and then we could have had 4 separate things rather than 2. I believe the Tenrai 4 playlist should be rotating out today, though I'm not entirely sure if the playlists actually rotate when the Ultimate does or when the shop does. If that's the case, then the playlist hasn't changed. But fingers crossed, when it does rotate out, it means that Juggernaut will be added to some other playlists, since I do find the mode really enjoyable. However, I do keep getting the same 2 maps every time I play it, and I'm looking forward to having a bit more variety in my diet. Moving over to this week's Community Spotlight, first of all, we have a beautiful render from Currently Not Here, and I really like the way that these Spartans look. Next up, we have a cosplay from Iki Cat, a CQC Spartan donning the Power Suit Hero coating, and this is really cool. And finally, Sen shared some screenshots of a Forge environment they're working on, paired up with these beautiful screenshots. Moving over to this week's Spartan of the Week, once again I asked you to all submit whatever you want. There was no specific theme this time, and there was a ton of great submissions, so although I can't feature them all, here's a few that I liked, starting with a Gundam themed submission from Delusive Man. We also have this Yoroi build from Halcyon, making great use of some of the latest pieces that the game has released. We have a Mark 5B build from Sen, using the Zacharias helmet and the Wet Crow coating alongside a golden visor, and this all pairs really nicely. We also have a pretty cool Banished build from Riley's Rangers, this Combat Evolved Marine inspired fit from Miles, a Hayabusa style build from Howling, and finally a pretty cool Spartan build from B, using various pieces from various cores that fit way better together than I'd honestly expect them to. If you want the chance to be featured as Spartan of the Week, once again make sure to join the Discord. I will leave a link to that in the pinned comment. That also applies for Community Spotlight if you have any cool things you've been working on that you'd like to share. You'll of course notice that there's been no intro machinima for this video. Life has been extremely busy at the moment, and I've unfortunately not really got the time to be able to do different machinima every week, as much as that sucks. So whenever I have the time to, I will of course include one, but hopefully with a little bit of time that frees up, I can work on making some other cool stuff as well. Fingers crossed we should hear some news about the next Operation Infinite later this week, I would assume so at least. But anyways, let me know what you all think down in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one.